Yo, what's going on, guys? Arekkz here. Welcome back to another video for Monster Hunter Rise, and in this one we're talking about the Lance in the demo. The Lance has had kind of a couple of small additions. In truth, of all the weapons, it hasn't had too many drastic changes. It is largely speaking very similar to the Lance that we know from World and Iceborne. However, there are a couple of new moves and also some really cool Silkbind attacks that are definitely worth talking about. So if you do enjoy this, then a like would be super appreciated. Comment down below, let me know if you guys have tried out the Lance. What do you think of it? Honestly, I'm actually really liking it. I'm liking the added mobility. That's basically the running theme with Monster Hunter Rise, right? Mobility should be the key word because pretty much every weapon can just move around a lot more freely now. But if we take a look at the Lance, of course, behavior-wise, it is largely speaking similar to what you know, right? Lance has always been a pretty simple weapon. You still have your triple poke combos. You can, of course, poke in front of you, poke up high. You can work that together with your back hops or your side hops. You have your counter guard. You also have the newly introduced Power Guard that of course came in Iceborne, and that was of course the one that basically gives you a stronger guard, drastically drains your stamina, and in Iceborne it specifically gave you Guard Up, so you could block those unblockable moves. Obviously in the demo we don't necessarily have anything substantially powerful to test quite whether that is a thing, so we'd have to kind of wait and see and assume that it kind of behaves the same way, but either way it is your strongest form of guard. You also have all of your guard advance and your ability to, advance in different directions, do some fun stuff, jumping forward, sideways, backwards. Basically, you have all of your traditional Lance mobility. One of the new things is basically to the wide sweep, which is honestly a move that for the most part we didn't use too much before. It's largely speaking a move that you would use to kind of clear out sort of trash mobs, just sort of crowd control, that kind of thing, but they have added a charge to it, so you can now hold down the button and you can then charge to perform a wide sweeping attack. You can of course also work this into your combos, basically in traditional Lance manner. You can either poke, go into this, double poke, go into it, that kind of thing. Everything with Lance works around threes. Mix it together in whatever capacity you want, as long as it kind of ultimately resides in 3-hit combos. After that, you of course still also have your charge. You have the added charge speed boost if you kind of keep running for a while. So behavior-wise, it is essentially what you know from World and Iceborne. If you play those games, you're going to know Lance pretty well. So what I do want to talk about are the two Silkbind moves. The first one is called Twin Vine. This is basically a move where you attach a kunai into the target and you then have this kind of connecting silk. And when you've got this in place, you can then hold down ZL and B, and you can then zip yourself to the kunai's position, and it stays in the monster for quite some time. So this is a really good move for just kind of getting you back into the fight. Keep in mind, Lance is a weapon that benefits most from being at the monster's side. You literally want to stay glued to the monster because of course you poke, you continually poke, and you maintain that combo for precise precision damage. So in situations where the monster runs away and you then either need to put your weapon away to chase it or turn around and back up towards it, that is basically where you start to lose your damage. So this is effectively a way to keep you glued to the monster, because anytime it runs away, you hold down ZL and B, you pull yourself towards it, and you are literally back in the fight. So this is actually very useful. It is a high cost move, and honestly any of these moves where you have to jab like a kunai into the monster, you do need to be quite close for it to actually work. There'll be times where I've been playing the demo and I'm thinking I'm close enough, I'm like surely this is going to work, and then it still misses. So do make sure you're kind of close when you're doing this. But this is a nice move. Just keep in mind it's slightly higher cost, so it's not something you'll be using all the time, but then again, because it has such a long duration, you'll probably be close to a recharge by the time it's expired. However, the other one that you'll be using a lot is just like another form of counter, guard, and power boost, because this is Anchor Rage. You basically activate this stance, you take like a guarded stance, and you absorb the next incoming attack, and if you do this, it will then temporarily boost your attack power, and the strength of the boost depends on the power of the attack absorbed. We've seen this as a hunter art for generations before, very similar kind of thing, and the behavior is largely the same. Basically, you want to make sure that if there's like a powerful attack coming your way, you take this, because then your Lance will glow red. If it's a lesser powerful move, it'll typically be like an orange glow, so you can tell by the indication, but once you've got this, you can then use that for a powerful attack. It doesn't last too long, and kind of if you get knocked over and you sheath your weapon, it seems to go away, so it's not a huge duration, but still regardless, given that it is only a 1 wirebug cost move, it is a very cheap, very kind of repeatable move that you can use for A, a free guard, and B, free damage boost. So this is like a no-brainer. Like, why would you not use this? This is definitely going to become part of your core Lance play. So that's pretty much it. That's largely speaking all the changes in Rise, at least from what we know so far. Again, remember, there are of course more Silkbind moves we have to test out, so once we get the full game we can find out, and maybe there's more mechanics. We'll of course have to wait and see, but for the time being, based on what is available in the demo, that is the launch. So I'll leave you guys with some more gameplay. Again, as a reminder, if you want to catch more Rise videos, you can check them out over on the channel, and you can also click the playlist link in the description box down below to find more stuff from the team, both over on 269 and Paradise Central's channel, to check out even more Rise gameplay. But for the time being, that's it, but keep it locked for plenty more Rise coverage.
Okay, that's enough. Take this! I'm going after it! Run like the wind! This is the end for you! This one's gonna hit hard! Piece of cake! Chose you.
If you want to catch more from us at Arekkz Gaming, don't forget you can catch the guys 269, Paradise Central and Invest More streaming over on Twitch weekdays, playing a variety of games. If you guys want to jump in, tune in, watch and even join in, then make sure you check them out. The links to those are in the description box down below, and of course you can join the Discord to get involved in all of the discussions.